probably throw this tree out. It's been...
Yeah, do you have it in the shop?
Yeah.
Because it looks kind of sad.
No, it looks good from here, but I'm just like, I'm not very good at throwing things away. Anyway, what's up guys? Hope you're doing well. What's up guys? Hope you're doing well. So, Wi-Fi is about to get a whole lot better. Many of the upcoming products this year, including laptops, phones, TVs, routers, and more, will be coming with support for Wi-Fi 6E. So, I thought it would be a good time to make a quick video explaining what's so great about Wi-Fi 6E. As usual, I'm going to try and keep it as simple as possible. So first, we must quickly understand how Wi-Fi works in general. Wi-Fi, short for wireless fidelity, works by using radio frequencies to send signals between devices without the need for any cables. Now, there are many different kinds of radio signals, and to make sure they don't interfere with each other, they are using different frequencies. Let's think of frequency like the speed of the waves. The faster the waves, the higher the frequency. Wi-Fi today is split into two different frequencies, 2.4 GHz and 5 GHz. Interestingly, the 2.4 GHz frequency is not unique to Wi-Fi. It is used by a whole bunch of devices, including microwaves, baby monitors, wireless phones, Bluetooth devices, and more. If you have all of these at home, it means your Wi-Fi signal could get overcrowded, which means your connection could get worse, or in some cases you might even lose connection temporarily. This is why 5 GHz Wi-Fi was created, to free up your wireless network from all of these other devices so that you can enjoy your Wi-Fi connection uninterrupted. However, 5 GHz is now also very common, and whilst you don't have to worry about other types of devices like you do with 2.4 GHz, you are still competing with every other Wi-Fi device in every household around you that is operating on 5 GHz. And now we're starting to get to the problem: bandwidth. You see, both 2.4 and 5 GHz Wi-Fi operates on quite a small spectrum. If you download a Wi-Fi analyzer app on your phone and you have neighbors, you'll likely see something like this. As you can see, there's a bunch of other Wi-Fi networks in my apartment building, and they are all competing with each other for bandwidth. This is happening because both 2.4 and 5 GHz are operating on quite a small spectrum. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's around 400 MHz combined for both frequencies. And this is where Wi-Fi 6E is going to change the game. It's going to allow Wi-Fi to operate also in the 6 GHz range, but it's more like 5.9 to 7.1 GHz, or a total range of 1.2 GHz, which is around 4 times as much as the other two frequencies combined. Now, if you're one of the first in your apartment building to move over to Wi-Fi 6, it means you're going to be living like a king with no interference at all. But even in the long run, the extra bandwidth should mean that it should be much easier to distribute the networks across the spectrum so that there would be less, or perhaps even no, overlap between the connections in different households. So that's cool, but will it make your Wi-Fi faster? Well, yes and no. Technically, 6 GHz has the same theoretical top speed as 5 GHz Wi-Fi does. But because there will be less congestion, and because the channels are now much wider, it means routers will have a better chance of being able to deliver their maximum speeds. So, what's the catch? Well, it's quite a big one. It means you'll have to replace all of your devices. That's right, even if you recently purchased a Wi-Fi 6 router, it still won't work with Wi-Fi 6E. That's because up until recently it was illegal to operate within the 6 GHz range, and so none of the devices are capable of doing so. Now, in the long run, you'll end up replacing all of your devices anyway. And also note that Wi-Fi 6E enabled devices are backwards compatible with the older standards, so you'll still be able to use them on your older networks, they just won't get the benefit from the upgrade. My suggestion would be that you start with your router so that any future upgrades can take advantage of the new standard. There's another catch: range. The one advantage that 2.4 GHz has over 5 GHz and 6 GHz is that because the waves are longer, although the speeds are slower, it has a longer range, and it's much better at going through walls, ceilings, and other solid objects. So if you need to cover a large area with a single router, 2.4 GHz is still your best option. However, these days there are mesh wireless systems available, which I won't get into, but basically it means there will be solutions coming for 6 GHz as well. There is one more potential catch. You see, the 6 GHz spectrum hasn't been opened up for Wi-Fi specifically. It's been opened up as a new unlicensed spectrum, which means that basically anybody can make use of it. So potentially we'll start seeing other devices and technologies make use of the 6 GHz band as well. 5G could be one example. Hopefully there's so much room in this band that it shouldn't be a problem anyway. So from now on, before you purchase any Wi-Fi enabled device, have a look and make sure it supports the Wi-Fi 6E standard. Asus have already launched their first Wi-Fi 6E enabled router called the Asus ROG Rapture GT-AXE11000. And trust me, 2021 is going to be full of new Wi-Fi 6E enabled devices. Thank you guys for watching as always. If you found this video useful, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to my channel so you can see my new stuff. Thanks guys, and I'll see you next time.